Greetings, and welcome to our online Math 65 course. I wanted to take a few moments to run over the layout of the course, to hopefully orient you as quickly as possible to the course design, so that you can turn your attention to the course contents and assignments. Each time you log into our course, you'll arrive on the course homepage. The course homepage has an announcements area on the bottom left of the page, and course updates and a calendar on the bottom right side of the page. It is important to check for any new announcements each time you log in, as I will post important course information here. This might include some key information relevant to the current module, or details about an upcoming exam. It will always be information that you need to be aware of, so please scan over the announcements each time you log in. The Updates area should give you an indication if there are any new discussion postings, or if I've returned a graded assignment. You should also quickly review the course calendar each time you log in to make sure you have on your radar any upcoming deadlines. One of the most important things to be able to find is the main navigation bar for the course, which is just below our course title. This main navigation bar contains links to every important aspect of the course. The links in the navigation bar will be more useful to you once you have become comfortable with the weekly structure of the course. The second link in the navigation bar is the content link. In general, I would recommend that you start the term using just this link. Once you become comfortable with the weekly routine, you could then start using the other links in the navigation bar. Before we look at the content link and discuss the typical weekly calendar, I do want to point out the next link, the link to Scott's virtual office. Each week, I will hold 2 hours of online office hours. These are times where I'm logged into this virtual office, and I'm ready to help students with any questions they might have about anything related to the course. When you click on the link, it'll open a new browser window with a login page for the virtual office. You can type your name and then enter the office. It is important to note that the virtual office works best with Firefox or Chrome. It does not work at all with Safari, and I'm not sure if it works with Internet Explorer. If you're on a mobile device, you'll likely need to download an app, but you should be prompted to do this when you click on the link. Once you're in the virtual office, you'll have the option to use a microphone and speakers, so we can have a regular conversation while we discuss what it is you wanted to talk about. There is also a whiteboard area where we can work through any examples that will help address your questions. The virtual office is always open, meaning that the link will always work. That being said, I'm only logged in during my official office hours, or if you've made an appointment with me to meet outside of the office hours. If you would like to make an appointment to meet outside of the regular office hours, please contact me by email. Going back to our course in D2L, which is also referred to as Brightspace, let's take a look at that content link. When you click on Content, you'll be taken to a table of contents for our course. Our course's content is broken down into modules. Each week we'll have a new module, though the modules will not necessarily start on Sunday or Monday. On the left side of the content page are the links for each of the modules. If you pick a particular module and click on that link, all of the pages and assignments related to that module will open up on the right side of the page. The Introduction to Online Learning module is a standard module included in all of PCC's online courses. If this is your first online course at PCC, or it's been a while since you've looked over this content, it would be worth your time to read through the general requirements and expectations for all online classes at PCC. The Course Information module, not surprisingly, contains a lot of course-specific information that you should be aware of, such as information about me, your instructor, the course syllabus, the course calendar, and a few other important documents. It is vital that you read through these documents, but especially the course syllabus, so that you're aware of all the policies and requirements for our course. You should definitely make note of the 3 required on-campus exams, the expectations of you as a member of this class, as well as the technical requirements for our course. Taking a closer look at the course calendar, you'll see at the top of that page the general weekly schedule for the course. Aside from Module 0 and 10, every other module has the following schedule. The module opens on Tuesday night or Wednesday morning. The initial discussion posting is due Thursday at 11 p.m. The web work assignment is due Sunday at 11 p.m. The module worksheet and any revisions to your discussion posting are due Tuesday at 11 p.m. Then we repeat the schedule with the following module. Let's go back to the contents area again and take a look at Module 1 as an example of what a module will really look like. One thing to note is that while I said each of these modules open on Tuesday night or Wednesday morning, the fact is that all of the modules are available during the entire term. You can always work ahead if that would be to your advantage. Looking at Module 1, we will start with the first link listed, the Introduction and Outcomes page. This page gives an overview of the content that will be covered, the assignments and activities to be completed, and the outcomes for the module, what you should be able to do by the end of the module. We can use the arrow keys that are on the right side of the page, both at the top and the bottom of the page, to move to the next page in the module. The next page is the lecture page. The lecture page contains a link to the Math 65 lecture notes, as well as the video lectures for the module. You will be expected to print out and complete the lecture notes while watching the video lectures. The completed lecture notes will be turned in at each exam, and they do factor into your course grade, so you will want to be sure to complete this component of the course. The video lectures are grouped together as a YouTube playlist, where any given video in the playlist corresponds to the same numbered example in the lecture notes. For example, video 3 in the playlist and example 3 in the lecture notes are the same example. The next page is the textbook reading page. This identifies which sections of the textbook we will be working out of in this module. There are also links to the appropriate sections in the online version of the book. The next page is the module discussion page. There are two types of discussion boards in each module. There's the module discussion and there's the open Q&A discussions. The module discussion postings are graded, while the open Q&A postings are encouraged yet optional. The page we're currently on is for the graded module discussions. The idea of a module discussion posting is that each week you will need to post a completed webwork exercise with full written solutions as a discussion posting. You'll upload your handwritten work as a PDF attachment to your discussion posting. There's also a link to the Google spreadsheet to sign up which question from the webwork assignment you are choosing to do. This guarantees that no two students will do the same exercise. To earn any credit for a module discussion posting, your initial post must be made by Thursday at 11 p.m. You will be able to edit and revise your posting until the following Tuesday at 11 p.m. when the module closes. The next page in the module is the webwork page. Webwork is the online homework system we will be using for one of our assignments each week. You'll complete exercises in webwork, and your work and scores will be recorded on the webwork server. At the end of the module, I will then copy the scores from webwork over into D2L. It is important to note that because webwork is a separate system from D2L, these scores will not automatically appear in your D2L grade. That will only happen at the end of each module once I have manually copied the scores over. Again, webwork assignments are due Sunday at 11 p.m. The next page in the module is the worksheet page. In addition to having the webwork assignments, where webwork grades you correct or incorrect, you'll also have a handwritten assignment for each module. These written assignments are called worksheets, and the module worksheets need to be downloaded and printed, completed by hand, then scanned and uploaded back to the appropriate worksheet folder. You will have one worksheet per module to complete, and it will be graded on both accuracy of your answer as well as presentation of your work. Aside from Module 10, the worksheets are always due when the module closes, at 11 p.m. on Tuesday. The final page in the module is the Open Q&A discussion board. The Open Q&A discussions are optional but encouraged, and this is where you can ask questions related to the module's content or answer another student's question. I will also sometimes post questions here to get you thinking about the module's content. The only restriction on the Open Q&A postings is that you cannot post a question directly from webwork or a worksheet. If you're stuck on one of those types of assignments and want to reach out to your classmates for help, you can post a similar question or reach out to me to obtain a similar example to post. If we now return to the content link, we'll again see the overview of the module on the right and be able to jump to other modules on the left. Again, each module will follow a very similar schedule and layout. Next to each module on the left, you might notice a number in a box. This number represents how many pages or items you have yet to view for that particular module. Once you've viewed all the pages and items for a given module, the box will then become a check mark. You'll also notice over next to the items on the right side of the page, activities that you have not yet looked at have a dot, while ones that you have completed have a check mark. It is important to note that the check mark does not necessarily mean you've completed the assignment. It simply is an indication whether you've started to engage in that particular activity. Finally, let's take a quick look at the rest of the main navigation bar. Most of these links should be self-explanatory at this point. The webwork link will log you into webwork. The discussions link will take you to all of the discussion boards for our entire course. The assignments link will take you to the worksheet folders for the term. The grades link will take you to an area of the course that will show you your overall course grade and grades on any graded assignments to that point in the term. The class list link will take you to a list of everyone, student and instructor, in the course. You can use this list to email anyone in class. So that's the basic layout of the course. You'll want to jump in and start looking around. The sooner you start investigating the different areas, assignments, content, going to the virtual office, and so on, the more comfortable you will become with the course. And the sooner that happens, the sooner you'll be able to start in on the content and start completing some assignments. I hope you have a wonderful term, and please do not ever hesitate to contact me if you have questions about anything related to our course.